Imagine going without AC this summer or even food just so you can pay the rent. That harsh reality is one many elderly Austinites face every day. In tonight's cover story, we're looking at this shocking trend that's only being made worse by the city's skyrocketing rents. 76-year-old New York native Joel Moskowitz never dreamed he'd face harsher living conditions than he did on the streets of Brooklyn.
So that I was, emptying out my pantry, and that's the way I got by, not eating.
And starving became the norm after a few months of Austin apartment life.
They kept raising the rent on me, so that it became totally, I was going into my food money in order to balance my budget.
Then Adult Protective Services got on the case.
I'd be over there and it was 100 degrees, but he didn't have his AC on because he was afraid that he wouldn't be able to afford his electric bill. He lived upstairs, and he had major wounds too that he was receiving wound care for. It was hard for him just to make it down the stairs.
Last week, Moskowitz got a new lease on life. He moved into the affordable housing community for seniors at the RBJ Tower near downtown. But this only happened after he sat on the waiting list for more than 6 months. It's a problem more seniors now face as housing in Austin stays in high demand.
2004 to 2013, average rents in Austin increased by 50%. During the same time, median incomes only grew by about 9%. Austin needs about 30,000 more affordable units to really meet the need.
The Austin Housing Authority sees the same thing. Currently, there are 4,000 names on the waiting list for a one-bedroom apartment. The person at the top of that list has been waiting since March 2011.
But there's limited, affordable housing in the area. If there is, there's a large waiting list that could be years long.
Time Moskowitz says he spent waiting in fear he'd have nowhere to turn.
Oh my goodness. I'd be out in the street for sure. I mean, my entire house would have been taken away from me.
Adult Protective Services employees say they are seeing an uptick in these cases, about 70% of them dealing with self-neglect.